guys, and welcome to another video. The phone I'm recording with is currently standing on my tarot cards, so this video is like spiritually very enlightened. The energy flows into the phone, okay? Appreciate it. This video is about how to recreate yourself and how to create a new version of you, because I'm a person, I would say myself, I am on the constant construction. I never stop improving myself. I never stop changing. I don't have this final version of myself in my head, because I know the only constant in life is change. And for a fixed sign like me, I'm a Taurus, it's very hard to become aware of the fact that we have to accept change, and we have to not only accept change but also strive for change and love the transformation that we are going through. So changing and evolving and constantly being on the construction was a huge part of my life. And I think now I have just cracked the code on how to be comfortable changing and how to have the feeling to not completely lose the essence of yourself, even while you're striving to become a more evolved you. So for the first step, I want you to take a piece of paper like this. There are some things written on it, but like this, okay? And on this piece of paper, on this piece of paper, okay, what you do is you write on the top, my dream self. What you do then, you divide it into six sections, so 6 squares. One square is physically, mentally, and socially. And then you write what it's currently like maybe physically currently is like, I don't feel good in my body. I don't really nourish my body. I don't prepare meals for myself that I feel good after eating. Maybe for mentally, it's like I feel depressed a lot of times. I don't have the energy to do things like this. Socially, you write maybe, I am not very happy with the friends that are currently in my life, blah, blah, blah. This is your now, your current situation, okay? And in this line, you write the future version, the things and the person you want to become. For example, I nourish my body with healthy food. I do something physical with my body, whether if it's sports or you go take dancing classes or yoga or Pilates or ice skating. You can do everything what you like, okay? Don't force yourself to say, oh, I need to go to the gym now because everyone else is doing it. No, if that's not for you, don't force yourself to do it. But you write down your goals, like the dream self of you, the dream version of you. Here, mentally, it could be that you say, I am a very balanced and peaceful person. I don't get as easily triggered anymore as I did before. I am very in balance and in tune with my intuition and myself. And here you could write, I have an inner circle that I appreciate. I have friends who share my hobbies. I have friends who love me for who I am. So you get the idea, okay? Here, your current self, and here, your future dream self. After you did this, you just sit. You sit down and you imagine how your dream self would look like, would act like, and what your dream self would appreciate and tolerate in their life. I know, for example, that my dream self, the ideal version of myself that I imagine in my head, would never tolerate disrespect or disrespectful friends, would never tolerate the bare minimum, would never accept a man or a woman in my life who gives me the bare minimum and acts like this is the best I have to offer. Imagine the habits you have, the appearance you have, how you walk, how you talk, how you act, how you present yourself to the world, how you dress. Maybe you want to dress in a more elegant way. Maybe you want to dress in a more sporty way. Maybe you just want to change your overall style. Maybe you want to change your hair. How do you smell like the ideal version of yourself? Do you have a new signature scent that you associate with that ideal version? Mannerism, your diet, how is your ideal version eating? What kind of friends do you wish for yourself while imagining your ideal version? Imagine all of these things, write them down, and then you have it all written on a paper. And what you do then, okay, is you think about one step you can take to get to that ideal version. For example, if your current version is stuck in a body that you don't feel comfortable in, and your ideal version has a body that you love and that is your idea of a dream body, You could write, one step I'm going to take to achieve this ideal version of me and to achieve my dream body is I look for things I can do to get physically active. Look for, as I said before, for a dancing class, look for a gym membership, maybe even you want to take 10k steps a day, but you write down one small thing that you can do at the beginning. The reason why a lot of us don't even trust ourselves is because we give ourselves promises all the time. Like we say, oh, next Monday I will start this and then I will start this, and then we don't hold these promises. And this is where we create this lack of trust in ourselves, because how are we able to trust ourselves if we know that whenever we take a decision and whenever we set a goal, we are like doomed to fail it because we don't really have the discipline to do it. We don't take the action to really go after this goal. Stop entertaining people that are tied to the old version of you. It's okay to outgrow people. It's okay to leave people behind who refuse to grow with you. And I say this in the nicest way possible because I had these friends and up to this day, I feel really bad for leaving them. But it has gotten to a point where it was like, it's either that I put myself first and leave them, or they are tied to my feet and will keep me down. Not because they want to keep me down, don't get me wrong, you know, these can be very nice people, but some people are so comfortable with being a victim because their whole identity is tied to their problems. Their whole identity is tied to the dilemma they found themselves in. And if you have people like this in your life, they will almost always, you know, they don't feel comfortable seeing you grow because it reminds them of how much they are stuck. It was a very hard to swallow pill for me to realize that I'm not responsible for healing everyone in my life. I can inspire you to heal and I will do my best to help you. I will always do my best to give you advice, to lift you up, to be there for you. But if it's at the point where all you do is subconsciously sabotage me in my progress and in my growth, then I have to let you go. As much as I love you, I have to let you go. And maybe it's the best for you that I have to let you go at this point, because maybe you need this time, you know? Maybe you need this time for yourself to reflect who you truly are and what you want from life without me. And maybe I need this time for myself to reflect and to put more effort into myself instead of trying to save everyone around me. So let go of everything that is tying you to the identity that you want to let behind. When I started to set myself goals, what I did first is I limited the time that I spent on my phone. I muted all of my notifications and I have this app, okay, that I use. This is not sponsored, but I have this app. It's called Structured. You don't need this app. You can do the same with like just taking a planner or something like this. And I planned my whole day. And in between the things that are planned, this is where I would make like some time to reply to messages, some time to post on my social media, but I would never mindlessly spend time on my phone anymore because I realized how much time it took from my life. Like all of the time that I spent doing mindless things on my phone, I could have invested that time into myself. I could have learned a new language. I could have learned a new instrument. I could have go to the gym. You know, I could have done so many things, but I didn't because I was just mindlessly doing anything to distract myself from the fact that I was doing nothing productive. When I go to the gym at 8 a.m. every day, I see people leaving that gym because they went to the gym at 6 a.m. And I'm like, wow. This is the place I belong right now because these people, okay, they understand me. They have this drive in themselves and it's not always about discipline, okay? What you need is to just take action. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you're like, I don't feel like it today, take action, okay? I talked to my sister the other day, and my sister is a person, she doesn't like to do things alone. Like for example, even when she wants to get her nails done, she has to have friends with her. And I was like, Noemi, you have to learn to do things alone because you can't always wait on other people. This was like such a small act, you know, doing your nails. And I understand that it's more fun to do it with a person. But for example, when you want to start to go to the gym and your friend doesn't want to go or your friend doesn't have time when you have time, simply go alone. Do things alone, okay? Maybe you are meant to become this inspiration for your friends. Don't always look out for inspiration. Don't always look out for a friend to pull you or to drag you or to do things or whatever. Be the inspiration, not only for them, but also for yourself. Learn to become okay with the fact that some people will never have time for you. Sometimes there is no one who will take your hand and says to you, come, let's go, let's do this, let's do that, let's work on ourselves. No, sometimes you have to take your own hands. You have to be there for yourself when no one else is, because no one ever took my hand and said to me, let's heal, let's go to the gym, let's, cook a healthy meal. No one did this. And I expected no one to do this because it's my responsibility to take care of myself. It's my responsibility to invest into myself. And it's my responsibility to say, okay, I'm going to do this now. Even if no one is looking, even if no one is caring what I'm doing, I do this for myself. I don't do this for the applause of anyone else. I don't do this because my friend is forcing me. I do this for myself and from myself. When I want to create a new version of myself, or when I want to look out what works best for me, I like to use astrology because astrology helped me to recognize a lot of things about myself. And I use the Astra app. You can go to the Astra app and you can ask any questions about your birth chart. It can even analyze your birth chart for you. For example, I have my Venus in the 9th house, or I have my moon in the 9th house. And I have my moon in Taurus as well as my Venus. So you can ask, for example, with a Venus in the 9th house, which actions can I do to make myself feel loved? What kind of things do I need to look out for in a partner? When it comes to your moon sign, you can ask, what makes me feel emotionally comfortable? What can I do to invest into my emotional well-being? You can use astrology for so many things to learn more about yourself, because when you want to change yourself, the first thing that you need to realize is what you truly are in your core. What makes you feel comfortable? What do you need to be comforted? What do you need to feel good? What inspires you the most? And based on this information, you can recreate yourself. When it comes to routines, I love my routines. I have to have my routines. The second I don't stick to my routines, I don't get anything done. I talked about this to my therapist and I said to him, if I have a routine like this, like to-dos, and I don't do the first thing, I can do nothing that day. Basically, it feels like I have to wait for the next day then. I don't know why, it's just like that for me. And I have realized that at the beginning, when you try to create a routine for you, don't set your goals too high. What I mean by this is, for example, if you want to be more physical during your day, okay, don't set yourself the goal at the beginning of walking 20k steps every day, because the risk that you do this for 2 days and then you just don't do it anymore because it's such a high goal is very high. It's better even for your brain, okay, to like kind of hack your dopamine receptors, to set small goals, and then when you hit these goals for a period of time, to set higher goals. For example, you say, okay, this week I want to walk 5k steps every day, and when you have done this for a week, you can say, okay, well, good, and this week I want to walk 7k steps every day. And what's also important is that you kind of reward yourself for what you have done. It says that your brain needs 21 days to create a new habit. And what you need to understand neurochemically is that your brain doesn't like to change its routines, because the path that you have already been gone is the safe path for your brain. It feels safe in that path. So you have to understand that when you first change your routine, it's a very normal and very healthy reaction for your brain to say, that's wrong, I don't want to do this. Because here's the path that your brain went for like years, okay? It knows this path, even if it's like, not the best path for you. And when you want to create a new neuronal path, your brain doesn't know how to act because it's uncommon, You don't know what awaits you on this journey. So it's very normal for your brain to subconsciously try to sabotage you into doing the things that you have done before, because just it feels safe. So stick to these things for 21 days and eventually your brain will get along with these new routines. What I also like to do is I like to reward myself for things that I stick to. For example, if I created a new habit for a month, I buy myself something that I really like. In that way, you give your brain this like deeper motivation to do things. And you don't even have to buy yourself things. You can even say, okay, if I hit this goal for a month, I go on a small trip, something like this. Nutrition and food is a very big part for everyone that wants to change themselves and wants to create better and healthier routines, because people ask me about this all the time. One question that I get asked the most is, how do you eat so healthy? Like, how do you restrict yourself from eating unhealthy? And here's the thing, okay? I don't restrict myself from eating anything. If I feel today, oh my God, I want to eat fast food today, I would go out and buy myself fast food. But that's the thing. My body doesn't even crave unhealthy food anymore. Why? Because as I started to eat healthier and as I started to keep doing this, my whole gut changed, okay? Because your gut remembers what you eat and remembers the nutritions that you give to your body, and it will always crave for the same kind of nutritions. And that means that if you give your body healthy meals and if you stick to that, your body will crave these healthy meals. If I eat fast food right now, I almost always have very bad pain in my stomach after eating that, because my body is not used to this food anymore. It craves healthy food. So don't see it as a restriction. See it as a privilege that you are able to live in a country where you can go to the grocery store, okay, and afford yourself to buy healthy things for a healthy meal. This is such a blessing. I don't think a lot of people realize this. When I was growing up, we barely had money for healthy food. So we always just had the basics, okay? We never could afford things like berries or like expensive kind of fruits or vegetables. So I grew up with like the basics of the basics, with tomatoes, cucumbers, bananas. These were the things that we could always afford. But like strawberries or I don't know, pineapple, we couldn't afford these things because we were too poor to afford these things. We could afford the minimum to even survive. And now when I go grocery shopping, I'm so grateful. Like, I just take berries, for example, I can put it into the cart and I don't even think about the price. And this is such a blessing, okay? To go grocery shopping and don't even think about the prices. This is like, wow, I'm so grateful. Like, I have berries at home and I'm like, wow, I'm the luckiest person alive to have this food at home. To have this food at home that I would always want as a child, but I could never afford it. Leave this mindset of restriction behind and be grateful for the things, the healthy things that the earth delivers you, that you can afford, that you can eat. And your body is always working for you 24/7, you know? It's the bare minimum to give the body healthy things. It's really the bare minimum because our body is always working for our health. Research easy recipes like on Pinterest, on TikTok. I love TikTok for recipes, okay? It's very easy, very fast. You can find everything. And I always look up for the benefits of each thing that I eat because it makes me feel even better. Like if I eat berries, I research the benefits for eating berries, like high in antioxidants. We'll do this, like vitamin C. It makes you feel better to know what exactly this thing that you're eating right now is good for. When it comes to manifesting, I manifest once a month, every new moon, because the new moon is very good for setting new intentions, for creating new habits, and for setting any goals. So every new moon, and you can just Google when the moon is a new moon, I write myself a letter in the present tense. And for example, if I want to create a new habit of waking up at 6 a.m. every day, I write, I'm so grateful that I cultivated this habit of waking up at 6 a.m. every day, blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to do, write it in present tense as if it's already happening. And what you do then, like what I do then, is I fold this letter to myself, I put it in a place and I don't think about this. Because in order to manifest anything, you have to be willing to let go. If you cling too much to the thoughts of your manifestations, what you also do is subconsciously you always think that it's not happening yet. It hasn't arrived yet. And this is what you don't want to do, okay? You want to let go. Let the universe, let God take care of it, and subconsciously you will work on towards these goals. I don't even know how many times I recommended you this book, but the book, The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Just read it, okay? It's not sponsored or anything. I am so in love with this book. I have several books of this man because I'm his #1 fan, okay? And what he tells you to do in this book is to say affirmations every morning after waking up and every night before going to sleep when your brain is in the theta wave brain zone. This is when the door to your subconscious mind is kind of opened. You have to imagine it like this. So every night before going to sleep, I have a text that I say to myself every day. With my goals, like for example, I attract the right kind of people into my life. I'm so grateful for blah blah blah, like with all of my goals. And every morning what I do is I have a morning affirmation where I say, today I choose happiness, today I choose to act for my best self, today I choose peace and love for all of the humans around me. Like I have several sentences. I will just show you the sentences that I personally use. And what you are doing by saying these things every morning is that you give your mind in the morning a direction where you are heading to. You command your subconscious mind to work for you in a certain way. Stop blaming. Stop searching excuses. Stop saying, I am the way I am because of my parents. I am the way I am because of my ex-friend. It's true, okay? These experiences that you had with certain people, of course, they changed you. Of course, they somehow redirected you in your life and left an imprint on you. But you have to let it go. The second I let go, okay, and I stopped blaming my ex-boyfriend, my parents, my traumatic childhood, my circumstances, was the second I regained all of the power over myself again. Because what you do by blaming all of these situations or people is you give your power away. You say, you made me this way and only you have the control to change me now. Now, they don't have the control anymore. They did what they did and now you have to work with it, okay? You are responsible for healing. You are responsible for creating the best life for yourself. No one else is going to do this for you. No one else is going to heal you. You have to heal yourself. So many times I get messages and people tell me, you have healed me. I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything. I maybe gave you the instructions and gave you the experience that I had with healing, and this may help you. And why? Why did it help you? Because you applied it to your life. The only person that is ever able to heal you is yourself, because it starts with yourself, you know? This is why when people go to healers or all kind of spiritual people, and some get healed and some don't, is because some of them subconsciously think they are not worthy of healing. Whatever you subconsciously think will become reality. Whatever you subconsciously think, okay? So if you subconsciously think, I gave my whole power away, the power is not in my hands, only person blah 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 can heal me, this is what becomes a reality. You have the control. And there's this quote, okay? Humans have so much power that they can choose to become powerless. You have so much control. Your soul has so much power and control over yourself that you have the free will to choose to feel powerless. Use that free will to your advantage, okay? Become very selective. Become extremely selective. When companies hire people, what do? They interview these people. They research about these people. They don't just say, oh, you want a job, you get it here, please take the money, you can have the job. No, they let these people go through several tests. And these people have to prove to them that they are worthy to be in the position that they want to be in. This is what you should do when it comes to your life. If someone wants to be your friend, don't just say, oh yes, let's be friends. No. Yeah, get to know them, you know, do things with them, but be careful. Don't just allow them into your inner circle just because they seem nice the first time you meet them. Become selective. Make it hard for people to reach you, because the easier you are to reach and the easier you are to get close to, the more people will try to get things from you and try to use you. It's just a sad truth, because I have experienced it, okay? The easier it was for people to reach me, the more I would get used. And now that I made it so hard for people to get really close to me, okay, yet alone even to contact me, people respect me even more, because they know if I want to get into contact with this person, I have to provide value. I can't just do the bare minimum. I can't just provide nonsense. I can't just play games. I have to provide something valuable to her in order for me to even get acknowledged by her. This is how selective you want to become with your energy. It's your responsibility to regulate your triggers. And I was a person, I would get triggered by every single little thing. And what I would do then, I would say, you are responsible, you triggered me, you did this, blah, blah, blah. No, I am responsible for regulating my emotions. I am responsible for how I react to certain things, okay? It's my responsibility. There are certain people on TikTok and they have the responsibility for their triggers. But what they do is they go on TikTok, they scroll to their phones, and they know exactly that they can't control how the algorithm works. And of course, they can get across a video that can trigger them. And what do? They are getting very defensive in the comments. This video triggered me, how dare you? No, how dare you? How dare you to scroll on an app where you know exactly that the algorithm is not under your control and that you can get exposed to a trigger, to something that really triggers you. It's your responsibility not only to regulate your emotions, but also to limit the access to things that could potentially trigger you. If I know that when people talk about alcohol, for example, can trigger me, which it does, what do? I avoid parties. I avoid places where people drink alcohol. I avoid friends who drink a lot of alcohol because it's my responsibility to not get exposed to this trigger as much as I could. Another thing you can do is a vision board, and you print out pictures of the lifestyle you want to achieve, of the person you want to become, of the bank balance that you want to have, everything, okay? Every single little thing. Let's say you are a content creator and you want a certain amount of followers. Edit a picture, print that out, put it on your vision board. Look at this vision board every day because your subconscious mind will take it for reality at one point and will subconsciously try to work towards these things. What I do personally, I don't want anyone to see my vision board because I'm very private about these things. So if you are the same like me, have a private vision board, cover it when people come. If you are like, I don't care, people can see it, do it like this. But feed your mind with the pictures of success, of abundance, of a healthy lifestyle, and it will become reality. Feed your mind with the pictures of lack, of not having enough, of feeling depressed, and this will become your reality. You have to choose a healthy lifestyle. You have to choose to become better. You have to actively choose every day that this is no longer your reality. You do not longer live in lack. You do not longer accept the bare minimum. You are here for more. Act like you are here to fulfill a prophecy, okay? This is what I do. Call me crazy, but I think I'm here to fulfill a prophecy. I'm here to bring light to other people. My soul is here to be there for others. My soul is here to help with the help of as many other souls, to bring light into darkness. This is what I do. Give yourself and your life a bigger meaning. You are not just here to observe things. You are here to create. You are here to inspire people. You are here to help humanity. What can you do to help humanity? I don't even care if people call this like God complex or anything like this, because at the end, it's just something you tell yourself. You are not talking down on other people. You're not telling them I'm better than you, and this is not something you think. You just know I'm here for something bigger. God or the universe, whatever you believe in, didn't create me for nothing. I am here for something. I'm the cycle breaker. I'm here to release the toxic patterns of my ancestors. I'm here to bring light to the world. I'm here to show people what it means to be a good friend. I'm here to teach people something. I'm here to create my dream life. I'm here maybe to become a mother, to give birth to a soul, and to, be there for that soul, and to watch that soul grow, and to nourish that soul. You are not here by accident. You are here for a reason. Act like it. You are here for a reason. Honestly, you just have to believe that you are the main character, and you are, because you are the main character of your own life, This is what it means to be the main character. Of course, I am the side character, for example, in your life. I'm the side character in the life of my friends, but we are all the main character in our own life, and this is how we have to act. And in every movie where you see a main character, okay, they always have a struggle. They always have a very difficult situation that they have to overcome. And if your life is in this situation right now, chaotic, traumatic, very hard, just know that every main character, whatever it was in movies and books or in real life, okay, they had a difficult situation like this as well. you will overcome it. You are meant to overcome the things, okay? You are meant to turn every pain into a blessing. You are meant to learn from anything that is sent to destroy you, because at the end of the day, everything that was sent to destroy me, everything that was sent to make me fall down on my knees and beg for death, it made me so strong. Not because the thing itself made me strong, don't get me wrong, but because the way I handled it and the way I overcame it made me so powerful, because I learned how to trust in myself and how to trust in my abilities when no one was there for me except myself. That's it with my video today. I hope it had helped you guys. We will see each other in my next video, and I love you.